Nurgle be with me. I don't want any Nurgle with me. I had enough of that loser for the last couple weeks. No thanks, Legamus. Thanks for being here, though. Senshi, Warner, Alexander. Nikki, are you out there, or did you just drop by earlier to try and do some salt gambling? We are about to get started. Gonna be doing some battles tonight. And it'll be chaos themed, because game 3 is going to be absolutely full of chaos. Unfortunately, this game's not absolutely full of chaos, unless you do the legendary chaos invasion. Then I guess it's full of chaos, it's just not a very varied version of chaos. Just Archaon's bland kind, right? Not all the other kinds. Okay, Nikki's here. The gambling has begun. You may now gamble to your heart's content. Mongol invasion of Warhammer? I don't know, Pilgrim. I mean, CA, please. Let's get that crap started. Where's the Mongol invasion DLC? What's going on tonight? Sorry I got the glasses on, so there'll be all kinds of reflection and stuff on those. Not much I can do about that. Of course, the microphone has to be pretty close to me, so you'll see the giant microphone in the shot. But 'tis streaming. It is what it is. The Mung invasion. Timurid invasion of Warhammer. What's going on, Scootmeister? Thanks for joining. Listen while playing some Halo Infinite, man. Any spare moment I've had to play a game, it's been Halo Infinite campaign, and I like it. I just wish I could get as hooked on the multiplayer as I am on the campaign. So I'm hoping they add more player versus, like, PvE, whatever they call it. It'd be really cool if they had a firefight mode in Halo Infinite. Especially when you could do co-op with friends. Don't get me wrong, the multiplayer is fine. Like, it's not bad. But for some reason, I just find the combat against the AI much more satisfying. I guess with the different enemy types and the different special moves and stuff that Chief has in campaign. So, yeah. Since she says, hide Mike behind MSI dragon picture of your beagle. Have to work on that one. Yeah, anyway, so we'll do some battles tonight. Let's go ahead and maybe play a battle. And then I'm going to come back after the first battle, and we'll watch the new battle footage that came out with Slaanesh. Akari, or whatever his name is. So yeah, we'll go check that out after we do the first battle. Here's what we're going to do. I'm kind of thinking just to have some fun with this. The Chaos factions that people want to play tonight, if you join in. Pick Norska, Wintertooth, Beastmen, or Chaos. Heck, you could probably even go Rats, too. It'd be close enough, right? Close enough. We don't really have a good representative of Tzeentch out there in this game, and Skaven isn't really close, but I guess closer than other things. So, Norska, Chaos, Wintertooth, Skaven, Beastmen. Any of those options are like the Chaos side, okay? On the other side, pick whoever you want. Doesn't really matter, as long as it's not one of those Chaos factions, right? So that's going to be the rules tonight. So the battles we play will be Chaos versus everyone else, basically. So, Crowboy is Tzeentch? Yeah, most likely. Marcus, welcome. You haven't missed anything yet. We're just about to get started, so I'm going to go host a battle before you come join the battle. And I'll give you time right now. I'll make sure. Get your game ready, right? Come into the options, click your graphics settings, click this quality drop down, and put it on medium or low, please, before you join, or else we might end up with some bad lag. So let's please make sure to do that before you jump in to the battle. So now I'm going to go ahead and host it. So again, you have time. See, I'm still stalling, still buying you time. Go in and change your graphics settings so you're all set. So I'm going to host the battle. It's Chaos Battles will be the name of it tonight. So Chaos Battles, password is 1. So come join in. I'm going to start off with 2v2. If it gets packed fast, I'll open up a couple more slots. There we go, pick an actual map. What's about Southern Chaos Waste? In a chaos theme, right? Yeah, this will work right here. All right, we got Pufflix in. Totally looking forward to the new map. Me too. The new campaign map looked good. Had a lot of detail. I'm mostly just looking forward to the fact that it's going to be huge, but obviously anything they do for like redesign on it is appreciated as well. Legamus looking forward to Nurgle. Thanks for the reminder, Warner. Yeah, please lower the graphics before you jump in. Turn on unit caps. And let's see. Alright, we got Senshi Bat on my team. We just need one more person. We'll fill up a 2v2, get started, and then I'll host another one after we do that. Password is 1, Marble, if you want to join in. Password is 1. The game name is Chaos Battles. I think I forgot to make myself visible on Steam. I did. So that may not be helping. Password is 1. I just made myself visible. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and throw Warner's sweet army blocker up here. I guess I'll be Chaos since Senshi Bat picks Skaven. So I will be the Warriors of Chaos. Marcus says, do you think the different look on the campaign map was to save memory for turn-ins or performance? I don't know. But if they could accomplish that and make the map feel aesthetically better, that would be a huge win. The campaign map is a lot bigger frame flush than people realize. Like, sometimes the campaign map will absolutely shred your frames per second. So anything they can do to continue to optimize would be good. I still, like, by a long shot, Troy is still by far the most well-optimized Total War game. It was even a lot better than Three Kingdoms. Like, Troy runs very well. If Warhammer 3 doesn't run as well as Troy, I'm going to be really angry. Because Troy runs very good. And I feel like that's the minimum standard they've set for themselves now. Like, Troy looks good, and it runs way smoother than Warhammer. So it better be at least that good in terms of the way it performs, right? All right, so Pufflix and Griffin are going to take on the other side. I'm going to get my Warriors of Chaos army picked here. Okay. Yeah, Troy, it's got to look at least as good and run as good as Troy. More so interested in the way it runs. Like, I'm sure it'll look good. It needs to run as smooth as Troy. That is like the bare minimum. If it's worse than that, I'm gonna be upset. Archaon versus Achilles win? I don't know, Pilgrim. That's a good question. CA, please. Total War crossover already. Okay. Get my army picked up here. Alright, we'll see how it works. Since I'm playing, probably not well. But best of luck to me. Say GLHF to all the contestants here. Praise be, Crump to gets. We will, Zero. Thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, for those of you just joining in, we're doing some Chaos versus others. And it was Chaos, Skaven, Norska, Beastmen. Yeah, Chaos, Skaven, Norska, Beastmen that are going to be all on the Chaos side of things tonight. We'll just count Skaven in as Chaos for the time being. They kind of are Chaos, I guess, in some ways, right? Not entirely, but with all their Warpstone antics, might as well be. Might as well be. Skaven are 100% Chaos. They induce a lot of chaos, I'm sure. And with all the Warpstone snorting, it's got to be Chaos as well. Duso, thanks for joining in tonight. Appreciate you being here. Good to see you. Alright, so we're going to get loaded into the Southern Chaos Waste here. Dark Elves would somewhat be Chaos. Yeah, I thought about that, like kind of using them as a Slaanesh stand-in, and we might. Because I was thinking the Standard Warriors of Chaos can kind of stand in for Khorne. And then you could have... Like, who would be Tzeentch? Slaanesh could be the Dark Elves, be kind of close. Like, especially if you've got a lot of Sisters of Slaughter and stuff. Like, Nurgle? Not really sure. Like, you could be the Greenskins and bring a bunch of squigs and act like they're Nurglings. Yeah, I don't know how you pull off Nurgle at current, and then same with Tzeentch. Norska? And bring, like, Azaric or something? Skaven? Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like the worst cosplay convention ever. That's right, ain't no meaning. Right, I'm gonna kind of see if Senshi's gonna do any more deploying. If he's not, I'm gonna deploy around him. So I want to protect some of his ranged units.
Chaos Marauders! Reap their souls!
Tonya and what else?
Chaos comes! Name your demand! All will be despoiled! Do not meddle in my destiny!
Okay.
Mortal fool!
Here we go. Alright, Wood Elves out to our right flank. Have a good range advantage, so I'm going to sit back and let Senshi's mortars do a little work. Yeah, so I kind of brought the heavier infantry and some anti-large to help buff up Senshi's squishier Skaven, who have a little bit of range and specialty support. Ooh, the Arrows of Kurnos. So nice. Not really. See if Senshi can use his slingers to beat back some of these guys. Alright, yeah, he's got his mortars started. Yeah, his mortars, oof, gosh, they're getting wrecked by the Hawk Riders, unfortunately. Those guys riding towards my hounds? I feel like they are riding towards the hounds. They may try and take out his mortars. They're backing up for a moment. Hopefully the Skaven slave slingers can... That down blob right there, Xers. Yeah, chain lightning, yeah, so they're going for some spells to make us pay for any blobbing. Nice chain lightning. Look at how low the leadership on my dogs get just being anywhere near that Lost Sylvan Knights. We have way more speed than them, but they are keeping up amazingly well. I want to just sit here and take it from those Glade Guard. I'm going to back up a little. Did he try and net me? He did net me, and it just didn't work. Sucks for him. Way too much blob going on right here. Oh, that was beautiful. Be more beautiful if it wasn't my men dying to it, but credit where credit's due, that was beautiful. Oh, really? Heavy cavalry caught my warhounds. Gosh dang, that's annoying. I swear. Crap like that happens to me all the time in this game. How did I lose a dragon ogre out here to what? Canyons of Kinel? I guess we took down a Knights of the Realm and some Grail Knights in the process. Didn't feel like we should have lost a dragon ogre there. But so be it. Well, my dogs were completely useless. They got caught by heavy cavalry and routed immediately in the face of archers. That is some weak sauce crap out of those dogs. Not impressed. I'm gonna get a little revenge for what they did to us earlier. Alright, Senshi's kind of run off over there after all that stuff. I'm gonna see if I can do a little more damage against Chaos here. Or sorry, against Bretonia. Alright. Try and give these guys a bit of a beat down and kill off the Bretonian infantry as best I can. Hopefully the archers will just run out of ammo. That's gonna be my only prayer at this point. Did my fireball hit that? Eagle Elf earlier? Yes, I think so. Oh, cancel that, cancel that.
Blood!
Take out Rapans. Rip on the companions.
Retreat!
I don't really want to be this far away from everything. I'm getting wrapped up on a little bit over here. Dadgummit. Rapans is being annoying, so I'm just gonna have to pop her with a fireball. I didn't want to waste the magic on her, but do what we gotta do.
Kill them all!
So far away. Try and kill some of these cavalrymen. Somehow she is back with 300 hit points. That's pretty irritating. Ah, Prey of Anathrema. We're about to get melted here by the Hawkeyes and some Way Watchers. Yeah, we are gonna get absolutely melted. Get out of there. Counter charge. Doing what I can here. Only one man versus all this. I clicked off the screen. Piece of crap. There we go. Should get a few kills on those archers at least right there. A parting gift, if you will. Alright. Chaos Battles won. So we did not pull it off. But I felt like I took quite a few of those peasants and 20 years with me. So if I'm going to do nothing else as Chaos, it's going to be to stack up some skulls for the Skull Throne. And I guess the Skull Throne doesn't really care if the skulls are also my skulls, right? Good grief, man. That Chaos Marauder tore it up. Got a lot of damage done. Hounds were completely useless, like utterly waste of money. Should have spent them on something else. Dragon Ogres did okay once you average them up. This one not great, but the Summoners of Rage did fantastic. And then Archaon did pretty good. Like, not amazing for Archaon. Look at Senshi's units. Senshi was not able to get a ton of value out of any of these units. He got hit by some cavalry or something because some of these guys went down without any kills. They must have gotten pounced on pretty hard out on that flank. The Spellsinger of Life had a lot of kills, not a ton of value, so I'm guessing that was Skaven slaves. And then pretty good work here out of the Glade Lord, and then nice job here with the Way Watchers. All of those cleaned up. We didn't really have a good counter to them. We needed a little bit more range from the rats if we were going to counter all these archers. The Sylvan Knights didn't even get touched. Honestly, we didn't have much to touch them with, depending on what we got into. Let's take a look at Pufflick. So Rapans, at least, got put in the garbage bin by Archaon. But the Damsel of Heavens here racked up some serious damage with that Comet. But again, a lot of it was Skaven slaves, so the value doesn't quite match up with the damage, but still pretty awesome nonetheless. And some of the knights were doing a good job at routing infantry. So a lot of cavalry on the field there, but fun battle nonetheless. Fun. Thank you for playing. And I'm going to quickly show. Let's go take a look at the Nikari battle that was up today. So let me pull that up. Full screen and get the display capture turned on here. Just a disclaimer, people. It's captured from pre-release. And it does have Slaanesh, so probably a lot of nudity and violence. Okay?
After scouring the chaos wastes,
It's made for kids and work.
In his wake,
1080p, come on, CA.
Of Slaanesh, ready to extract his vengeance. Here, Nakari awaits in thinly veiled anticipation for fresh
Okay, I'm gonna break in for just a second. I know I've said it before, but the narration is just over the top here. It's too much. I don't like it. I don't think it adds to the hype train. In fact, it almost kind of distracts me from it because it's like, oh man, like, I don't know, just it sounds like a movie announcer. Like, I just think your standard British accent person at CA doesn't need to be dramatic. Just announce the video. You could even use the same script. Same script would be fine.
And succulent war are aching
Okay,
to be
succulent is a little over the top too.
For Nakari, nothing is more important than the taste of ecstasy in its purest form. As Slaanesh's greatest keeper of secrets, Nakari has broken empires and countless minds in his eternal quest for new depraved sensations.
So we're seeing like all kinds of Slaaneshi versions of Eunice. Here we're gonna have this is and the roster is up too, so we go look at the roster. But this is gonna be Marauders, like basically. So we can take a look at their stuff later. We've got this Soul Grinder. This is Slaaneshi version of the Soul Grinder.
Eternal quest for new depraved sensations. Though he harbors a particular hatred for the
I think there's Demonettes of Slaanesh in here later, which I expect are going to perform a lot like Sisters of Slaughter.
Unclean hordes of Nurgle's minions a much-needed lesson on the beauty of pain.
Sorry, but there is nothing beautiful in this battle. Between Nurgle and Slaanesh, this is like a battle of the ugliest mugs of the make-believe universe.
Has led him to probe the legions of Nurgle, for perhaps, past their disgusting facade, they possess the
Then we got Nurglings battling that with Demonettes.
which Nakari is desperate to experience.
You're also going to see demonstrated in this video some flanking attacks later, because apparently Slaanesh gets a lot of bonuses whenever they charge into the rear and the flanks. So, much like you might expect with a succulent faction who likes to experience feeling everything, keep your rear covered, both literally and figuratively here, folks. Especially when they got the lash of Slaanesh out. The lewd jokes are just going to be off the chart with Slaanesh around. Yeah. Hold on to your butts whenever you're fighting Slaanesh.
The Arch-Tempter does not accept his fate quietly and casts Witstealer Sword, turning himself into a one-demon army.
So this spell they're using obviously gonna do some crazy buffs. Melee. We saw the whip spell.
But a one-demon army cannot hope to stand against the strength of Nurgle's Garden.
You don't say.
How delightful the sensation.
Here comes the flank attacks.
Slaanesh is no child to be outmaneuvered by bloated pox carriers, no fool to be punished for daring to desire. The Lord of Skulls bathes in blood, the Changer of Ways plays his games, and the Father spreads his little diseases. But the Prince of Pleasure, the Lord of Excess, is dedicated
got
to
a pit
the
of shades
pursuit of
right there.
earthly
So
gratification.
clearly lure of shadows into this.
And what is more gratifying than victory? Excess is not mere flesh and gluttony.
Alright, so he said, what's more gratifying than victory? I'm just going to throw this out there. More gratifying than victory would be having one of these videos narrated in a non-exaggerated voice without all the fluff, giving us actual information. Again, just me. If you don't like the same thing, it's fine. Then this ought to be what you like. But I'm just saying, like, we get all this news, and it's not even news. A lot of it's just a whole bunch of overdramatic fluff. Just give us the dang info. Like, just give us the dang info. Anyway, I'll stop.
Excess is violence. Excess is unchained potential. Excess is perfection. A trap, and one Kugath willingly walked into. The seducers of Slaanesh keep their attacks coming, pressing the invaders in tighter and tighter.
You are correct, Broken Sky. This is excessive. So I guess it does fit Slaanesh.
As devastating flankers, Slaanesh followers grow all the more eager and deadly when
We need Crowboy doing the narration.
Flanks.
Oh boy. That would get me so angry, like I'd be ready to play the game and kill him.
Of disease and debauchery, culminating in a hysterical frenzy fanned by Nakari. To claim that ever-tantalizing victory, Nakari...
I think in the one sentence there, we just heard disease, debauchery, and fanned, and hang on, what was it like? I don't know, there's a lot of words in there. There was a lot of words.
Casts slicing shards. A mirror forms in the sky, reflecting the ugliness of Nurgle's followers back at themselves. It shatters into a myriad of deadly shards that lacerate and impale the demons below.
I'm glad that it both lacerates and impales. I needed both of those.
The battle. Nakari may have his victory. Let him see if it was worth it in the coming days when Kugat's beautiful contagions begin to take hold. Though victorious, Nakari did not experience the ultimate sensation within Nurgle's hordes, and so his search continues.
All right, there. So Nakari is here. Got to see some battle footage. Don't know that we learned a whole lot from the battle footage other than seeing a couple of spells. So again, maybe the excessive narration fits Slaanesh, right? Because it's all about excess and pain. So I'd say, woo, zing. I mean, it's not easy to zing me too, but hey, that was pretty good, right? The excess and pain, and I was getting in there. Okay, all right, I'm done. I'm going to move on to this one. I'm going to go to TotalWar.com here and check out the Slaaneshi roster. So let's pull it up while we're over here. Take a look at the roster. So we got, on the campaign map, factions of Slaanesh strive to spread the Pink Prince's hedonistic message. Now, they almost should have just changed this to massage right here, to spread the Dark Prince's hedonistic massage. And then that probably would have fit in as well. So, I mean, since they're getting into all the words in the video, I'm just saying this should be massage here, okay? Let's see. So the Gifts of Slaanesh, that just sounds gross. Lords and heroes of Slaanesh can impart gifts on enemy characters. All right, sure. By defeating them in battle, whatever you say, by defeating them in battle, or through hero actions, thus imposing a bundle of negative effects on the unit. Seduction. Prior to battle, Slaaneshi armies can seduce one or more enemy unit into switching sides for the battle duration. Now, that's kind of cool. That's a pretty neat ability they're going to bring into battle. Though I do have to bring this back. And again, it's the Warhammer world. It's crazy, and basically anything goes. So take this with a grain of salt, what I'm about to say. But how does this seduce someone? Like, if you have a uniboob goat crab fetish with lizard tongue and, like, what's the name of those fish that lives way down deep? I'm trying to think of it. The anglerfish teeth. Like, I mean, that is a strange fetish. If that's what you like, I guess so. Then I can see how Slaanesh would be so seducing. But again, maybe you just have to be in the Warhammer universe for this to make sense from a seduction type thing. Like, you know, I'm just there's nothing seducing about this. Like, if this is the seduction, then the temptation is going to be pretty easy to overcome. It's going to be pretty easy to overcome. Anyway, all right. Hey, if you like Slaanesh and you're seduced by Slaanesh, it's okay. I'm not passing judgment here. I'm just saying, for me, it's pretty easy. Devotees. The Slaaneshi armies can capture devotees from battles, from chaos cults, and from other acts. Devotees are used for creating cults, raising disciple armies, and create battles. So that sounds pretty cool, too. So some interesting abilities that we're going to see here in campaign. I like that. Regina says Slaanesh is supposed to be perfection. Slaaneshi demons are far from physically perfect. Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. And that's just about by anybody's definition of perfect as well. Don't kink shame, Air. I won't, Pilgrim. I'm done. No more kink shaming. Listen, if you all like Slaanesh, go knock yourself out. It's probably better than Nurgle in the end. Nakari, the Arch-Tempter, is notorious an ancient keeper of secrets. Scours the immortal and mortal realms to experience the ultimate sensation and taste ecstasy in its purest form, blah, 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 blah. Here's a whole bunch of word fluff. On the battlefield, they're fast and vicious. This is kind of what I've expected. So, going to be a very quick faction that's going to hit hard, but I imagine that their armor is low and they're going to be squishy. And so I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of hit and run, and flanking is what you're going to be focused on, which means that this is potentially a very micro-heavy faction that pays big dividends when used properly, would be my guess. Let's see. So passive abilities, Harvester of Souls, Distributor of Pain. So Nakari's health regenerates when enemy units have been destroyed nearby. Stacks when multiplied. I'd like to understand if this is based on value, damage, or entities. That would be good to hear from CA. If anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. Because let's say that this is based on entities, and Nakari gets into a bunch of Skaven slaves. He's going to be unkillable. Like, he's just going to be healing like crazy. If it's value, then maybe you get in and start shredding up, like, Zlok or something that has a ton of hit points, so you get a huge value. So I'm curious what they mean by that one. Willing Prey is an active ability. So Nakari blesses the enemy unit with a generous debuff to their melee attack and defense. That'll be handy. And Wit Stealer Sword. This ability significantly improves Nakari's base weapon damage and armor-piercing weapon damage, empowering him to take on anyone. So it's like a temporary trade-off to do even more damage. So let's see here. So we're going to start off with the Slaanesh Lords. We got the Exalted Keeper of Secrets, which is basically dollar store Nakari. So last of Slaanesh, yeah, this is a spells. It's going to be the same as Nakari, basically. So dollar store Nakari is one of the lords. We got a Herald of Slaanesh here. And it's going to be a Demonette type lord here. So an ascended Demonette, Sorceress of Seduction. The Herald of Slaanesh is one of the fastest. A whole bunch of word fluff, right? Where's the actual meat here? Herald, so proficient in the use of either lore Shadows or Slaanesh, so you can pick one of 2 lores of magic. Herald has access to one of 3 Locus abilities to further enhance Grace, a ward save that greatly improves melee defense, Swiftness, an aug which improves charge bonus, Beguilement, a hex which reduces leadership. So, and then as far as mounts go, we got the Steed, a Seeker Chariot, Exalted Sneaker Chariot. So 2 Chariot mounts, and then the Steed mounts. That'll be interesting. Notable passive abilities, Devastating Flanker. So Devastating Flanker is probably a common theme that we're going to see through here tonight. So we'll see what happens there. Marble says, we're going to ignore how the announcer said spread his little diseases. Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to ignore it. Between Nurgle and Slaanesh, yeah, the diseases will be spreading. Let's just leave it at that. Slaanesh heroes, we got the Allurus. And again, I'm not sure what's the alluring part here. If your fantasy is to be disemboweled by a strange demon with a bunch of horns and crab claws, I mean, then this is for you. I mean, and I see the alluring part of it here. Has gained the notice of Slaanesh himself. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, word fluff. All right, let's see if this is the actual stuff here. Demonette with godlike aspirations. Their battlefield role isn't too dissimilar to the Herald of Slaanesh, given their proficiency with Shadows and Slaanesh. So this is going to be similar to the Herald, but in a hero form. We got a Cultist of Slaanesh. And see, look here. This is the first one without crab claws. And, like, I'm not saying that this is attractive, but by comparison, seems like a big improvement in terms of the, attraction factor there, right? So Slaanesh's cultists have been tormented countless souls and spent their time gathering a seeker. So it definitely sounds like someone you want to go on a date with, for sure. I mean, if you're into people who torture souls, I mean, this is a great way to go. So skilled melee combatants, a stronger force when spreading the hedonistic message throughout the mortal realms within the campaign map. They can be used for clandestine operations. So interesting. Has access to several abilities. Stop simping. Yeah, no simping going on here. Nothing here. Let's see. Has access to several active abilities to further enhance battlefield prowess. Torment blade. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Not very interesting. All right, so Slaanesh Cavalry and Chariots. Seekers of Slaanesh. This is an interesting looking cavalry unit. Nothing quite like that we've seen yet. So we got Seekers and Heart Seekers. Poisonous attacks lower enemy speed. Armor-piercing missile damage. Base missile damage. Base weapon damage. Okay, so poison lowers all those things. Notable passives. Devastating flanker. Seekers of Slaanesh are outriders. The amount of force commanded by blah 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 blah. Beads are lithe, unsettling creatures with muscular limbs. Okay, this is, again, a whole bunch of word vomit. Shock cavalry. So there's a little bit of man. You got to really dig through the word vomit here to pull out the information. So shock cavalry by demonette officers known as heart seekers. Armed with unique soul scent passive abilities provides significant increase to armor piercing. The heart seekers come within range. Okay, so interesting. So they got like a buff ability there when they come into range of their enemy. Assuming it's going to be very quick moving. So I know it is a word salad. Yeah, word salad, word vomit. Hellstriders of Slaanesh, spears and scourges. Spears and hell scourges. So that's cool. I mean, you're gonna have an anti-large unit here, so that makes sense. At least I'm assuming that. An efficient early tier cavalry unit. What? I guess it doesn't show their mount here. Access to a swathe of deadly tools, including poison attacks, lightning quick speed. Ability which increases damage resistance, leadership, and charge bonus with each kill made by the unit. So passive ability increases damage resistance. So the more kills they get, the more resistant they are. That's kind of neat. That's interesting. So they've got spears and hell scourges, which is a whip. So I'm assuming one is an anti-large, the other more anti-infantry. Poison attack, shielded cavalry, which it says most of their stuff isn't shielded, which is interesting because none of these guys are holding a shield. Yeah, so we got the Seeker Chariot. I like this. A lot of spiky stuff going on here. Now we're talking. Single entity unit designed to crush into enemy lines, inflicts poison. That's a lot of poison. Holy crap. You're not going to be able to run away from Slaanesh because they're going to be fast and you're going to be getting hit by poison attacks. Devastating flanker. Perfect Vigor. Ooh. Yikes. Perfect Vigor is going to make this thing pretty gruesome. Because with Perfect Vigor, it's going to keep rolling at full speed, and then you don't lose any of your stats. So, like, that's a pretty great ability for that. You got Seeker Chariots, which is like the little brother to these ones. They do not have the Perfect Vigor. So it's going to be a slightly lighter version of that. Then you got Hellflayers here. Let's see. Devastating Flanker, Soul Scent. So Soul Scent was that ability we saw earlier that starts increasing the attack and stuff when they get close to their enemies. And then poison attacks, Slaaneshi infantry, Chaos Furies. Slaanesh, so devastating flanker can fly. Vanguard, so it's a flying unit. Marauders of Slaanesh, they got spears, swords, and hell scourges. So I'm guessing the spears are going to be anti-large. The swords, maybe kind of like an in-between. And the hell scourge, like a full-on damage-focused variant. Like, probably high damage. I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. Demonettes of Slaanesh. So I expected to see these, and I expect they're a lot like the Sisters of Slaughter. That's what I would expect from the Demonettes. Exalted Demonettes, maybe more like Sisters of Slaughter, and then this would be like dollar store Sisters of Slaughter. Probably what we're looking at. More proficient in battle in every way compared to the average ones, and then they have Soul Scent as well. Perfect Vigor units avoid being tired from raiding. Probably... Yeah, Pilgrim says the swords will be versatility. Yeah, most likely. That's why they had the sword variant, which is going to be more versatility. Let's see. Slaanesh monsters and beast. We got the Keeper of Secrets, which is the disgusting... Is he wearing thigh highs? Like a goat crab monster and thigh highs? Ooh, man. Ugh. I got a feeling that Slaanesh is going to become one of my favorite targets for my Streltsy in my Kislev campaign. Like, I am going to be absolutely happy to unleash waves of hot lead and bears to destroy them. The worst part, though, is that even as you do it, they're going to enjoy it. There's just no way to win against these guys. You know, it's like you... Oh, boy. Yeah, that's just gross. Right? Maybe they get some kind of special ability with, like, the thigh highs here. So, let's see. Has access to spells for the Lore of Slaanesh. Acquiescence, unparalleled mix of speed, weapon strength, make it capable of taking down almost any foe. Devastating flanker, blissful rapture strider. Right, so Fiends of Slaanesh. Another big hunter. It looks like a monstrous cavalry. Hey, Pilgrim, thanks for the 5. Thigh highs, stocking combo. Yeah, that's... Eek. All right, Pilgrim, thanks for the 5. He says, thigh highs are my demise. All right, so we know Pilgrim has already been drawn away by Slaanesh. Yeah, this is a monstrous... Either a single entity or a monstrous cavalry if you see the size of a man-sized Dark there. Thanks, Pilgrim. Thanks for being here. Hey, just try to stay away from... I know the thigh highs make it a little too much, but just do your best, right? Try and resist. Because they're just trying to bring you in and hurt you, you know? They make you think it's all about excess and sensation, but it's really just about hurting you in excess so that they can experience that sensation. So, you know, don't do it. Stay out of there. I know the thigh highs are tempting. When attacking Sephoric Musk, gross. So it's like a skunk. Lowers the enemy melee defense. Extreme speed, deadly flanker. So that's pretty... It's going to be fast then. Guessing like Brood Horror or faster, because Brood Horrors are very quick. At the Soul Grinder of Slaanesh, going to be very similar, I'm assuming, to the other Soul Grinders. The Spawn of Slaanesh, which probably unit all the powerful blows, ferocity. So a damage dealer with the Spawn of Slaanesh. So yeah, that's the roster. So a bunch of kink crazed, ugly chaos people that are definitely going to get shot with the axe guns from my Kislevites. Pilgrim, thanks for the 5 again. He says, my heart belongs to Tzeentch. My weekends belong to Slaanesh. Well, hey, if your part was Tzeentch, right, you got to change your ways. So on the weekends, you got to change, and you got to do something different. And then you give in to that excess, and then you change again and come back to Tzeentch, right? So you're quite easily satisfying both sides of that. So there's really nothing to worry about. So you should be good. Turn off the display capture and hop back in here. Thanks, Pilgrim. Oh, gosh. All right, let's get another battle going. So we're going to do another battle. Not custom battle, my bad. This time, I'm going to have the other team be Chaos, since I was on the Chaos team. Again, before you join, if you do want to come join us, happy to have anybody who wants to join come in. Go into your options first, go to your graphic settings, click this drop down, set it to medium or low, and click the check mark. Please do that before you join the battle. I'll wait just a minute so that everybody has a moment to get that done. Tzeentch is the perfect rehab. That's good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and host the battle. It's going to be called Chaos Battles. The password is 1. Again, feel free to come join. I'll try and make this one into a 3v3 if we can fill it up. And turn on my army blocker. Shrewd, thanks for the 5. Appreciate it. Says Pilgrim needs a visit from the Grand Theogenist. Apparently, he's got to repent. Grand Theogenist has got to come purge him, you know? Thanks, Shrewd. Appreciate the support. Oh man, I'm looking for, like, Tzeentch is actually a Chaos faction I'm kind of looking forward to playing, just because they seem so different, like in the gameplay wise, like the battle gameplay. Some of the others, I'm looking forward to that. So I'm gonna say my team, other factions, other team, Chaos factions. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over. I'm going to play some High Elves. Chaos. Orska. Beastmen. Skaven. Alright. So we got Tuso, Griffin, Marble Caesar, Shrewds, and Green Block have all joined us. I need to go pick a map real quick. What's the name of the map that has the golden pillar? Is it the golden... That's not the Golden Colossus. The heck's the name of that one? It's kind of a fun map, like a chaos theme map. Golden... Here. Golden Monolith, that's it. Yep, got it. Alright, so Golden Monolith, we'll go with that one. I'm going to turn on unit caps. Daniel says I will absolutely kink shame Slaanesh. We need to have a campaign where it's like Bretonia and Empire team up to go and like burn the kink out of Slaanesh, force them to repent. That'd be pretty great. Oh man. It's gonna be so good. Ooh, gotta figure out who I want to pick here for the High Elves. I'm actually gonna go Druki. Just a minute, I'm gonna swap over. Well, no, because they're too Slaanesh-y. Like, that ruins it. I'm gonna stick with the High Elves. Alright, here we go. High Elves it is. Alright, hold on. I'm getting an army set up here. Trying to kind of tune my army into what my allies are going to need help with. They're kind of taking a certain role, and I'm going to do the same. Okay. I know I can help. Yeah, so this should work. Get to the comments here. Let's see what people are talking about. Marvel says, I'm still a new player. Sorry if I mess up. It's okay, man. Don't worry about being new. Just join and have fun. We're not, like, overly concerned about, like, winning everything here. This is just a come have fun. You know, talk with your teammates in the chat if you want to get some ideas, stuff like that. Like, no shame in here. Just come have fun. Warpstone again. Yeah, so don't worry about, like, if you're a newer player. You can totally join us. It's fine. If you're a newer player and you need help, just tell your teammates. They'll help you out. They'll give you suggestions and stuff like that. Give you some pointers. So what will be the weakest Chaos faction? You know, that's a good question. I mean, Tzeentch, if you're probably just talking about melee. But then they have the missile stuff and a lot of magic, so it would have an advantage over, say, Khorne, for instance, who doesn't have any magic. But Khorne would be far better at melee. And it feels like Slaanesh is kind of like a middle ground there, like a ton of damage but pretty low survivability. Nurgle is like more of like a slow hitting, slowing, you know, kind of war of attrition type faction there. I don't know. I think they each have their benefits and downsides. Like, I don't know if there's going to be like a weakest. I mean, we'll know for sure when we get to play it. See what people pick potentially. I mean, Khorne, for instance, doesn't have much range. They do have some. They hit hard in melee. They got a lot of hard-hitting melee and a lot of hard-hitting heavy cavalry and some really tough single entities. And they have a lot of spell resistance. I mean, whatever downsides they have for, say, lack of range, for instance, or slightly slower speed, it's going to be fairly survivable. Yeah, the Skull Cannons and the Soul Grinder for range on Khorne, yep. So, I mean, they're not going to be completely inept from range, and the Skull Cannon's actually pretty fast. And it's a pretty decent chariot in melee after it runs out of ammo. So, unit cost be the biggest weakness. I could see that, Pilgrim. I could see that, where it's kind of like the current Warriors of Chaos, where their units cost a crap load. Can't bring many of them. But in some ways, hopefully it would be better because there are some cheaper AP units. Like the, what are the little two-handed sword demon guys with horn? Bloodletters? Yeah, I think Bloodletters will probably be a pretty good damage-dealing unit. So I could see Bloodletters being pretty decent at getting some damage done. Oh, let's get the army blocker out of there. Bloodletters should do good damage. Will just be pricey, which is the biggest problem for a unit multiplayer. You think they're going to be pricey, Pilgrim? I guess they could be. They'll probably cost more than Marauders, because they'll probably do more damage than Marauders. Legamus says Khorne's probably the most straightforward. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be the easiest to understand how to use. It's just attack, 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 attack. The cheapest unit Khorne has, other than Hounds, is 850. Holy crap, where did we see that? I don't remember seeing that, but if that's the case, then yeah. They are going to have to really deal with some expensive units.
White Lions! We will obey! White Lions! Without fail! It will be done! Orders received. Spearmen!
Set up.
White Lions! It will be done! White Lions!
Okay, yeah, good. It's gonna come over here with us. This map's a little tight, but should be fun. We weren't getting much lag, but we are now. Let's see if it'll clear up a little. Come on. Quit it, game. Give us a dang break.
Tremble before me.
It really wasn't lagging much at all. I was able to deploy stuff pretty easily, and then it just kind of really started hanging on to us. Sometimes it'll do this even when you've changed your graphic settings. So, you know, earlier I was telling you all to make sure you change your graphic settings before you come into the game. May or may not be being caused by that, but it certainly helps to avoid situations like this. There it goes. Finally cleared up a little. Alright, this should be good enough for now. We have got some nice range. Question's gonna be whether or not we can defend it.
Ever vigilant.
Swordmaster of Hoya! Advance! Quickly now!
Awaiting orders.
Let's escape. Okay, they got a hell cannon out in the woods. Alright, we got a lot of range. I'm pretty okay about sitting back and letting our range do some work.
Chosen a poet. Onward for Ulfwan.
Loyal! Quickly now!
Who's trying to shoot Teclis?
Swordmaster of Hun!
Asa, move!
Master of the White Tower. Stop. Danan.
Let's get into those Night Runner slings.
White Lions! Onward! Acknowledged! We go!
Alright, our artillery's definitely doing some decent damage.
Teclis.
Try and chew up a few of these Night Runner slings real quick with Teclis. Way it'll keep those guys off our flanks. Let our artillery keep doing a little bit of work here.
White Lions!
Alright, yep, we got rid of the Night Runner slings. I don't know if they can protect that. Well, yeah, they can. Hell Cannon's already taken a pretty savage beating, though, so I'm gonna back this way, get a little closer.
Asa, advance! White Lions!
There we go, so we've got
Ancestors!
the flank stood up here.
Teclis. Moving out. I go. Fear my words.
Gotrek and Felix blobbed up the storm vermin, so I'm gonna try and punish those real quick.
Ever on.
Understood! Acknowledged! White Lions! To battle!
It shall be done!
Countercharge with some White Lions.
It shall be done!
It's not great back here.
Seeking the foe.
War order!
We away!
Teclis. By
See if I can put a little heat on here. These infantry are not doing much out here.
Setting for
Where are these?
Apace! Loyal! March! Azure, advance! As you say, quickly now!
Teclis. I know the
Get
way.
a little bit of damage done in here with Teclis.
be done.
They're lightning off in there.
Onward! Destroy them!
For Asturion!
Try and back up and... Oh, no, no, no. Run, 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 run. Clear out of there. Woo.
Moving out.
That was close. Almost just gave up a lot of damage right there.
Swiftly.
Charoy Lecky!
Loyal to battle.
I am ready. Moving
Trying to
out.
back off this fight with Techless.
Seeking the foe. Techless. Making my way.
Alright,
Will
so...
be done.
I don't know how we're doing
For duty.
grand scheme, but I think we're probably doing okay.
As you say.
Techless. It is done.
Should still get a lot of magic left with Techless.
Scython. Hear me.
We got some really tanky infantry in here now, and they don't have a ton of missiles left to deal with it.
Swordmaster of Hoenn.
I'm feeling pretty good about that. That was my hope whenever I started this. A little bit of lag in here again. So basically, I brought all the heavy infantry and let my teammates bring the range and support. And then I brought Techless because he's just a beast. Like, kind of an overpowered beast, to be honest. So that's why I brought him. Probably shouldn't be going head-to-head here in this fight with him, but I'll have a lot of better
They shall know fear.
ways to counter that Feral Manticore right now. I healed myself.
Swordmaster of Hoenn.
Swordmasters are doing okay. This one got a little bit chunked up, but I've got this... Man, the lag is really kicking in hard now.
Seal.
Following orders.
Sigvald in there. Rockets still firing. What do we got? Lost some guns up there. What's up here in the corner? Night Runner slings. Oh, no, no, no. This is bad. We're about to get hit by something here.
Forward.
Out, out, out. Run, 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 run. Run. We're gonna get doused by something right here. A Pit of Shades. That's not good. Couldn't get away from it. That was gonna be a painful Pit of Shades.
Asher, attack.
Setting forth. For His Majesty.
Asher, withdraw.
Ancestors.
Try and stop
hear
these
me.
skin wolves real quick. They're coming after the artillery. There they go. Some Mere warriors coming back in.
I know the way.
And lost my Phoenix Guard in there. That sucks.
Swordmaster
I've got a pretty healthy unit of Swordmasters here, though. And then my White Lions are chunking away in here. Still got some Dwarf units. I'm feeling pretty good about where we're at, I think. Gotta be careful with Techless. Like, we don't want to be too crazy. All of our Dwarf artillery is getting a little bit close here. It's following
Eurofair.
a little too
As you
close.
say. Following orders, as you say.
It's gonna dive in after that Bale Fiend, but he took off. Let's get out of there before the Famir Warriors jack me up too bad.
Asher, withdraw.
Still got some Chain Lightning.
Draw back.
Crush them.
Swordmaster of
Their
Hoenn.
Pit of Shades dropped right on top of that. Hopefully, nope, my Swordmaster still got caught by it.
High Lawmaster. Onward.
I think we've got this, though.
Orders received.
Yeah, we got it. There goes Norska. They chain routed.
Fine. Seeking the foe.
Is it a Chosen? Woo! Yeah. A Chosen with Halberd.
Swordmaster of Hoenn. We advance.
Setting forth.
Draw back.
Let's see if we can put a hit on Sigvald real quick. Hey, if they're going to be trapped with the net right there, go ahead and offer up a Chain Lightning. Lightning for the Lightning Throne. It's not bad. Potion of Cheroy kicked up. There we go. Yeah, Teclis is an absolute monster on the Phoenix. Like, honestly, it's like almost unfair. That's why I brought him those, because I knew we'd be up against a tough fight. And I was like, I'm gonna bring Teclis. The White Lions were okay. We'll see whether they were effective. White Lions aren't bad. You can keep them away from a lot of spells and missile fire, and especially if they can charge after. Like, so I put my spears up front because I was hoping the spears would take some of the charge, and then the Lions come in, because the Lions are going to be better if, you know, they're not getting absolutely shredded first, because they don't have shields. That means they have lower melee defense and, you know, other stuff like that. So it's, you know, it's definitely a better way to get your money out of them. But yeah, the White Lions are usually pretty bad. It just depends on the fight you can get them into and how you get them into it. They do have some innate missile resistance, but I still find it a very bad idea to have them anywhere near missiles. Missile resistance or not, like, it's the same as kind of having a weak shield. Like, their missile resistance is kind of the same as like having a so-so shield. Not great. And the better thing about the shield is the shield works as extra melee defense in melee as well. And so I think that's one of the reasons why White Lions suffer a bit. So that one we did pretty good. Yeah, Teclis cleaned house. Let's look at the Lions. If they hit over like 700 to 800, they'll be all right. So these two kind of okay. This one not so much, and that one not so much. This Swordmaster did well. This Swordmaster did kind of mediocre for its price, and then the Phoenix Guard did pretty bad for its price. Let's see. Black and Blue Gamer says, "Hey, Air, what's up? Love you, bro. YouTube. Love when you go live. Love to drink my evening coffee and watch you play." Well, thanks, man. Thanks for dropping by. Check out the Griffin stats here. Norgerling's Ironbreakers did a really good job holding for a long time up front. That was really handy. The Bugman's Rangers did a lot of damage as well, so I felt like those guys were well worth it. Not a lot from the Bolt Throwers, but the Cannons did pretty well, which I'm not surprised. Dwarf Cannons are quite good. Very useful. So we had Felix. Oh, it was Felix. It wasn't Gotrek, but we did have Felix. Yeah, we did have Felix. So Felix in there. Yeah, he was alive, though, so I guess he did pretty good, all things considered. Marcus Wolfhart doing pretty good. This rocket battery did well. Oh my gosh, the Black Lions absolutely owned. Holy crap. Man, the Lions were on fire there. Wow. They got some work done. They got more damage value than Teclis. Some impressive performance there. Nice work by the Balefiend of Shadows here. That Pit of Shades and then up in melee. Wolfric got a little bit hosed too early. Didn't get the damage they needed out of the Famir Warriors or the Skin Wolves. Marauders usually do pretty good because they're cheap. You don't have to get a whole lot out of them. And then same thing with the Manticore. I like the Feral Manticore. I think it's a good unit. Sigvald did pretty decent, especially considering his price point. Let's see. These Chosen did not. And that's going to hurt because Chosen cost a lot. And when they don't get their value, same thing with the Hell Cannon. The Hell Cannon was expensive and just wasn't able to pay back. See here, the Skaven. Good job out of the Warp Lightning Cannon. Got some good work done. The Skaven leadership looks like they just got shut down. I took a Chain Lightning crap all over one of the Storm Vermin, I know. And this one did okay. Like, I mean, by way of Storm Vermin. Storm Vermin are a difficult unit to make it pay with it. But thank you to everybody who played. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and bounce out of this one. Don't look at the Skaven. It's okay, Marble. If you're new, it's okay. To be fair, if you're new and you're playing Skaven, then it's going to be doubly hard. Skaven are good, but it takes a very fine hand with the Skaven to know which units to pick, and how to make sure you get the value out of them. Because the Skaven are like this very fine balance of extremely squishy, but huge damage output potential when you use them right. So the Skaven are tricky. But so thanks for joining in. And don't worry about like being new like that, because like I said, the Skaven are tricky as it is. They're not an easy one to pick up as a newcomer. So it's definitely one that takes some time in multiplayer. I'm not great at Skaven in multiplayer either. Ruined Atlas says, can I get my silver shield back? Well, it's gold, because you've been here for so long. I wish it would let me change colors for people, though, if they wanted me to. It won't let me, Ruined Atlas, but thanks for joining. Your shield is gold. You're top tier. Top of the stack. All right, let's do another one here. Host this one to be called Chaos Battle. You know what? Let's do a different one with this one. I'm going to pick an FFA. It's called Chaos Battles. The password is 1. We'll do an FFA. And I'm going to... Actually, I'm going to rehost this one. Give me just a second. I'm going to rehost this one. I'm going to be an observer. I'll need 4 of you to join in. And I want to play... Let's see, we've got Archaon, Kolek, Sigvald, and Sartorial. So I want to do a free-for-all where it's like all 4 Chaos Lords going at each other, okay? And Sigvald would represent Slaanesh. I guess Archaon will represent Khorne. Kolek can be Nurgle, I guess, because he's gross. I don't know. And Zinch, of course, could be Sartorial. So say Oliver de la Torre, thank you for being a member of the channel. You and Ruined Atlas both. Appreciate you guys supporting. That's awesome. How long have you been watching Ruined Atlas and Oliver? Let me know. Love to hear. So I'm going to host this one. It's going to be a multiplayer battle. Chaos Battles. Password's 1. I'm going to host this, the Spectator. So when you all come in and play, I want to see all 4 Chaos Legendary Lords here in this FFA, okay? So that's what we're going to be looking for. But a Troll Country showdown. So everybody has to pick Chaos, and each one of you has to represent one of the Legendary Lords, okay? New Gits joined to fight, that's right. We're glad to have Oliver and Ruined Atlas. Being a member of the crew. Pilgrim and Senshi here with you. Nikki was here earlier. Legamus. Got lots of awesome channel members. And then appreciate everybody else who's here as well. Flaming Heron, good to see you tonight. Say hi to a few other people. Ryan, thanks for being here. Ain't No Meaning channel member as well. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oliver says he's been here since the Uesegi campaign. Man, that was a fun one. Yeah, I missed the Uesegi campaign. That was a good time. I liked that faction. We need one more player. We got Griffin, Shroods, and Tuso. If you've played already, it's okay. Just come join in. Be a free-for-all. And then, let's see. Make sure to call out the Lord you pick, so we can have one of Chaos Legendary Lord. Bow Monks are OP. Yeah. Okay, we got Marble Caesar back in for another one. All right, so Tuso has Archaon. We got Sigvald. Griffin was also calling Archaon, but they'll have to work that one out. Okay, Griffin's gonna change. So we still need Kolek. Need Kolek and Sartorial. Yeah, Marble, if you don't have the DLC... DLC for this one. I don't mind you joining, Marble, but yeah, we'll need the DLC for this one. If anybody else has the Chaos DLC, Marble's gonna bounce out. We'll have an open spot. The name of the game is Chaos Battles. The password is just 1. So have someone hop in with the Warriors of Chaos faction here. It's like Griffin has Kolek, so we need a Sartorial player. We need someone to come and play Warriors of Chaos and pick Sartorial as their legendary lord. We're gonna have an FFA throwdown with them. Matthew, thanks for dropping by. Hope you get some sleep. Join us for a bit. Come on, someone, do it. Do it. All right, Pilgrim's coming. He gets to represent Tzeentch. Jack and Blue says, I have all the DLCs, but I just want to watch that. It's fine. No one will be forced to join. Some water here. All right, so Pilgrim's going to join in and rep Sartorial. We need to have a fight whenever we get into Game 3 between Sartorial and Kairos. Which bird is the bird? Which one is Tzeentchier? Which one is more delicious when fried with 11 herbs and spices? All the questions that need to be answered, and will be answered, once we get to Game 3. Black and Blue says, I do love your content. Maybe this one of these J's I'll join rather than watch. Hey, whatever you want. You just come have fun. Marble says, I need to redeem myself. Nah, don't worry about redemption. Just keep joining us. We'll be doing streams like this. Regina says, Kairos. I mean, he does have 2 heads. So, 2 heads is better than 1? Oh, someone dropped. Oh no. Hopefully they're going to be able to get back in. It was Tuso, I think, that dropped. Maybe he had a crash or something. Let the other guys keep picking their stuff. Maybe we'll get him back here. There he is. Yep. Got Tuso back. Go get his faction picked. Clone Trooper! He's back! My favorite Clone Trooper, the Clone Trooper. Says, who dares summon me? Thank you for the 20, Clone Trooper. Appreciate you being here. You are always here. Feel like you're the staple. Appreciate it, Clone Trooper. How's life going? Working long shifts? You got any time off coming up? Or you gotta go straight through the holidays? Hope things are going well for you. I get a little bit of time off here soon. I'll tell you what, I'm excited for some time off. I bought some property like 2 years ago, whenever the whole COVID thing was just starting. I bought some acreage out in the country, and I got it for like dirt cheap. It was like $1,000 an acre. And the prices have like quadrupled since then. So like I'm all excited now because I got lucky, and so I'm gonna be out there like with my chainsaw and my trimmer mower, and I'm gonna be like cleaning up the land and getting rid of some downed trees. Feel like it's like my investment, plus I need the exercise, and it'll be fun. So that's what I'm gonna be up to during the holidays, on top of doing some miniature painting. I get some painting done on my minis as well. It's an odd combination, isn't it? Painting Warhammer miniatures, which is like, and I'm not saying this in a mean way, it's like the ultimate indoor nerd activity, right? And I'm fine. I'm saying that like I'm proud to be a part of it. Like when I say nerd, it's not an insult. And then I'm gonna be doing on the opposite side. I'm gonna be out there like being Mr. Rugged country with the chainsaw and the trimmer, like cutting through the brush. Like, so I don't know, it's definitely an odd combination. I guess I'm getting the best of both worlds there. I'm probably way more nerd than I am the outdoorsman, though, and that's okay. I'm not ashamed. No shame here. Am I building a throne to corn on that land? No, not yet. But we may have to make a skull throne eventually. Working on getting a proper gaming PC so I can send that ungored Doom stack. Sounds good, Ruined Atlas. Getting a gaming PC is going to be a mess right now. You can get a hold of a pre-built. Might be the easiest way to go if you find a good one. But, man, it's hard to buy a graphics card. Even if you have a bunch of money to throw at it, they're kind of hard to get a hold of. Daniel says variety is the spice of life. You know, I feel that way definitely. Like, I love having different things to do rather than doing the same thing all the time. Like, I love games, like, a lot. But I have got to kind of cycle between different things. So like I love going and being outdoors because being inside playing games makes me excited to go be outdoors and, you know, go fishing or, you know, working out on my land or whatever. And then whenever I've been outside and done those things, it makes it more fun for me to be inside playing games because I haven't been there all day. Like, so it's nice. Like, the variety is very, very nice. I can't stand doing the same thing all the time. Lord Shin says a graphics card powered by Slaanesh's desire. Well, you almost need Slaanesh to get a graphics card because it will be excessive price, and you may have to, like, hedonistically slaughter people that are waiting in front of you in line in order to get the graphics card. So, yeah, I mean, Slaanesh might be a good partner to getting you a graphics card. Marble says, unfortunately, I don't know anything about PC parts. Just ask for basic fast PC. Yeah, I mean, really, there's only 2 PC parts you really need to do a lot of learning about, because then you would know enough to go get yourself a pre-built PC. Just go learn what processors are good for gaming, and honestly, like, either a Ryzen 5 or an Intel i5. That's all you need for gaming. Either one of those would be fine. And then the graphics card is the other big kicker, and what graphics card you need really just depends on what resolution you want to play in. Like, if you're okay with 1080p, then, I mean, you can get the lower end graphics cards. Like, so that's going to be like your RX 6600 XT, your RTX 3060, stuff like that. If you're going to play in 1440p or 4K, you'll need to go up the stack. But that's really the only 2 parts you need to know about when it comes to a gaming computer, because those 2 parts are going to make most of the performance of your system. Some of the other parts can be important, yes, don't get me wrong, but those 2 parts are going to be the lion's share of your performance. For sure. Got some fun stuff here. It's going to be really hard to tell who's who. We got the purple bannered, the green, so it's like Nurgle. Blue, that just doesn't fit in. Same thing over here with the other blue color. We needed like red. Alright, so we got Kolek here. So the Griffin is Kolek. And Pilgrim is Zinch here with Sartorial. Here's the bird. Oh, he's got the weird spawn too. I love it. Oh man, there's a whole bunch of chaos. Like Marauder Horsemen with javelins over here. Like, we got a Hell Cannon over here with the forces of Archaon. And then back here is Sigvald and his Slaaneshi forces. Did he bring the Mirror Guard? Yes! Sigvald has to bring the Mirror Guard. I love it. Matt, thanks for joining me live. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. You know what we're going to do after this battle? Because I don't know if I'll have another time for a full-on, like a whole nother Warhammer battle, but after this one, just in the last little bit of the campaign, I'll jump into the Halo Infinite campaign and show you guys why I'm enjoying it. Just be brief. Like I said, I don't know if I'll have another time to fit a whole nother battle in, but we can have fun for a few more minutes afterwards. Marble, thanks for dropping by. Get you some sleep. Hopefully we see you again soon. Alright, the weird spawn are about to get whooped by Kolek, so they're getting away from that. Looks like the Chaos Sorcerer of Death here better be careful. He's wading in pretty deep here. Yeah, the weird spawn are getting pounded here by the Summoners of Rage. There's going to be more spawn coming in. The Bird and his Forsaken are here. Very Zinchi army here from Pilgrim. I like it. Oh, look, we got a fight going on over here between Sigvald and Archaon. It looks like Sigvald and Archaon are facing off, and then right now, Kolek and Sartorial are facing off. Oof. That lightning. Let's see if Sartorial's units can dish out enough damage to pull down all this heavy, monstrous units here. We do have a Fire Sorcerer back here for Griffin. So Sartorial will have to watch out not to get too overly engaged here and get smacked down by that Fire Sorcerer. Yep, here comes the showdown between Archaon and Sigvald. Mirror Guard moving up so that Sigvald can see his reflection and be proud of it. He's got a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth and some Dragon Ogres backed up by a Shadow Sorcerer. He's got some nice spells there too. Another Shadow Sorcerer here. Shadow is a good lore. For doing big damage in big battles, Shadows is not bad. Pendulum is good on kind of like a line shape, and then Pit of Shades is good on an expensive blob. Oh boy, yeah, that Fire Sorcerer poured it on. And he got a lot of his own units pretty heavily damaged here as well. Here comes a Searing Doom, I think, from Sartorial. Now we're about to have a Crispy Bird here in the middle of that Flamestorm. Ooh, yeah, this is trouble. This is trouble for Sartorial. He's trying to go in here and take out Kolek. Kolek is going to be a very difficult target to take down here. And he's pretty quick, too. So let's see. Archaon is actually trying to duel with Sigvald right now. They're close, but there's also a Shaggoth and a bunch of Dragon Ogres up in here. It's a big throwdown fight right now. Ooh, there comes the Pit of Shades. And another Pit of Shades. It's dual pits. And that one's on Chosen. And then some Chaos Marauders and Warriors there. That Chosen. Yikes, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that Chosen took some damage. Archaon's actually getting shredded here because of the Dragon Ogres. So Sigvald is ripping straight through right there. And Kolek is slowly losing here. He is tough, though, so Sartorial will need to kind of keep cycle cheesing here. That's what he's going for. There, he did it. He got rid of Kolek. So just barely put Kolek out. Kolek still got some cavalry over here, though, that he can use to some good effect to go harass other things. And the Fire Sorcerer as well. So Griffin's still got the capability to get quite a few points, even though he lost Kolek. Pilgrim doing pretty good. He's got a decent number of units left. Tuso and Shrewd's roughly tied here. With Archaon going down, that's going to make it rough for Shrew. Well, hang on. Tuso is Archaon. So that means Shrewd's is... No, hang on. Tuso is... Sigvald, I think? No, Sigvald is Shrewd's. Burning Head all over that. So yeah, so Griffin didn't have anything to lose there. Just drop a Burning Head right down that and he'll be better off. Is this a Piercing Bolts? No, Flamestorm. Yeah, look at that. Griffin capitalizing on the points here. That's a good call. And then he can go attack this cannon too and get even more points. Griffin is going to do a really nice job here, putting some points in the bank. Let's see what else is left. So we got Sartorial chasing off the remnants of Kolek's army on that side. Oh yeah, Griffin is in good place right here to get a lot of points. He's potentially well positioned here. Maybe even get a win. Shaggoth fighting Shaggoth. Kolek's cousins now fighting on the battlefield. So that is going to be Tuso's Shaggoth that triumphed over Shrewd's Shaggoth. Here comes a Pendulum. Oh, Burning Head. Pendulum's over here on the cavalry. That's brutal. Look at that. All those horse units there pulled into that Pendulum. That was very well placed. I think that was Shrewd's. Yeah, he just picked up some points. So Shrewd's has a lot of units left, and Sigvald is in pretty good shape, and he will not be easy to kill for anything that's left. The Chosen with Great Weapon back here for Griffin still, though, too. No, 2 of them. Ooh. Good to pull those out late. The magic will be reduced by a great deal. So probably good to pull those out late. Those could definitely kill Sigvald. Like, no doubt about it. Like, all this infantry and stuff, he would have a very hard time overcoming those 2 Chosen, assuming that magic isn't there to make the difference. Now, he's got a Pendulum or a Pit available. Those Chosen are going to take a beating. Let's see where Sartorial's at. So Sartorial is headed this way. So Pilgrim is trying to catch up. He's in last. He's still... Tuso's got some Gorby's chariots. They're going to slaughter these Forsaken. I don't think I would really want Sartorial fighting the Gorby's chariots either. They're pretty heavily armored, and they do AP damage. Not that Sartorial's got a lot of armor. So, let's see here. Patient play by Griffin, trying to get his ammunition spent. Probably trying to charge up any magic he has left. A Chaos Sorcerer, though, probably not a ton of magic left, if any. The Sorcerer just can't call down a ton of winds, like, say, for instance, Teclis or something. Now, this sucks for the Chosen. It's great for Holy Pilgrim, though, getting some cheeky javelins here into the Chosen, where his units run out of ammunition. So I like this call. And he's bringing Sartorial to try and take on the Chosen. And if he can cycle it a bunch, he might be able to get some points out of this. But I mean, these Chosen are going to be shredding. They're tough units. Sartorial's very difficult to pin down. Very difficult. He's a greased chicken. Oh, look at this here. Exalted Hero kind of being held up by the Chaos Sorcerer. Trying to get him into combat. He's got a Dragon Ogre back here, too. There's another Dragon Ogre over here for Tuso. Sartorial getting some nice damage done, but he's going to take a lot of damage in return. Really needs magic if he's going to deal with these. Oh man, there's all these Marauder Horsemen coming though too. Sartorial's pretty resistant to missiles. He's going to use the Plague of Rust, so nice call. Gonna allow him to get a lot more damage in. Gonna remove 30 armor off the Chosen. Rest of the Exalted Hero got knocked out. I'm thinking Shrewds has a pretty good chance at last, which ought to give him several thousand points, so it's going to depend a lot on how many points Shrewds can get before this is over. Hit of Shades really just catches Sartorial, which won't do a ton of damage to him. May have been targeted for the Marauder Horseman, and that's probably going to be some of the last magic that Tuso had. Sartorial he's in a bad place. He is definitely hoping for some change right now because he is in a place where he does not belong. I mean, unless he had like unlimited winds of magic and final transmutation, it's going to be difficult. So he's just going to dive in. Pilgrim's just going all in. He's unbreakable. He's got that going for him. But I don't know if he's faster than that Shaggoth. 76 and 40. Yeah, it's not going to work. 60 speed. Feebling foe there. Get rid of the Shaggoth. I think I like the chances for Sigvald. Sigvald's the lord that's left, right? Yeah. Sigvald is looking like that he is going to take home a magnificent trophy in terms of last man standing. I don't know if it's going to be points. Oh, look at this coming in right here. Gruesome. Well-placed pendulum. I think that was... I don't know if that was Tuso or Shrewds. Tuso's got the Sorcerer. I think it was Tuso. Yeah. Pretty sure. Can Sigvald and his forces overcome these Chosen? You can see that Griffin's kind of just waiting it out right now with the Fire Source. That's probably the Flame Storm, yep. Not a whole lot of units to do damage to there, but still not a bad idea. Griffin definitely might be the last man standing here, depending on how those Chosen perform. Those Gorby's chariots can do some nice damage. But he does have the Manticore. Gorby's chariots. I don't know, we'll see. Manticore causes terror. Sigvald would not be susceptible to the terror. He beat back that, yeah. The Griffin doesn't have a ton of... Wow. The best chance here is for these warriors with great weapons to chew through Sigvald quickly. He's still got some aspiring champions helping him tank a little here, but if he loses the champions, he's gonna be in trouble. Uso's still got these Gore-Beast chariots roaming. There's a chain route starting here, and Sigvald is not going to be a part of a chain route. This doesn't look like it. It's an enfeebling foe. It's gonna help tank down those chosen some. Of course, Tuso is gonna be looking for points too, which will only help kill the chosen. The chosen, though, are feeding more points to Griffin because they're hitting, you know, Sigvald and Gore-Beast chariots. I think Griffin's probably gonna carry this. Let's see, though. Tuso's got some reinforcements slowly running in. Shrewds is just kind of committed here with Sigvald, trying to get any and all points he can. There's the Mirror Guard. That'll help Sigvald, because that's going to give him the Guardian thing, right? I thought they had Guardian. Nah, they should have Guardian. They don't. They just give an immune to Psychology Aura. I feel like they should have Guardian. Sigvald's still got a decent chance of last man standing. We'll see. These Chosen, though, are really tanking, and they're still getting a lot of points for Griffin. He's ahead by 6,000. Sigvald is a tough customer in melee, though. Like, he doesn't do armor-piercing damage, but he has very high melee defense. And really solid attacks. So even though he's not doing a lot of AP damage, he's dishing a lot of damage, and he's hard to hit. And on top of that, he's healing. So I think that's kind of what makes him such a tough customer. He's definition of duelist, that's for sure. I thought Mirror Guard did have Guardian. I'm with you, Warner. I thought they did have Guardian, but I didn't see it active for Sigvald while they were there. Good luck, sweet prince. That's right, Senshi. I do think Sigvald is probably going to carry the last man standing. Just don't think anything else left is going to be able to kill him. Got to do well against these aspiring champions. Some of them are his. Yeah, he got rid of the one unit that wasn't. Tuso still got this Gore-Beast chariot that was looking to hunt down some of those routing chosen. He turns around instead, goes for the aspiring champion. If Sigvald can land a hit on it, it'll pretty much be KO'd. Yep, he got it. So he routed the chariot. I just don't think the point differential, if Sigvald survives all this, it's going to be enough to carry him. Not a lot of units left, so Sigvald is going to tank this one. About to be a chain route for everything else on the map. Griffin's got a few units. So does Tuso. Pilgrim's units are all gone. I'm surprised these units haven't chain routed. Okay, now Sigvald's gonna turn. Run towards Griffin's units. I can't imagine Griffin's units are gonna last long when the melee is joined. All right. Here comes the prince. Slaanesh prince.
We'll be back.
Combat is joined. Sigvald's using Slippery, Standard Eye. Oh my gosh, he's got 108 melee defense and 780 weapon strength. That is nuts. That is just bonkers. It's going to be almost impossible to land a hit on. Sigvald versus Lokir, who wins? That's a good question. That'd be an interesting duel. Alright, so Sigvald beat those guys, but he's 5,000 points behind Griffin. Griffin has not lost all of his units yet. Could still get some returning. Tuso regrouped. Barely. These guys are really close to the line here. Yep, so okay, the couple of regrouped units here from Griffin. Tuso's just got a few chosen. Who do you all think wins in a straight-up duel? Is it Lokir or is it Sigvald? A route there from... So that's a shatter of Tuso's units. He's got one more that hasn't shattered. It's these aspiring champions. There's 3 of them. I don't know if that aspiring champions is going to come back. I'm surprised it hasn't shattered. Pilgrim says, I think Lokir in the game and Sigvald and lore. They both have good regen, but I think Lokir has higher AP. Doesn't Lokir have a bonus versus infantry when he's on foot? So that could play a pretty big role. I don't know though. Sigvald is an excellent duelist. So I'm pretty sure Griffin took that one. He did. It was a near comeback by Shrewds. He fought very hard for it, got that last man standing bonus, but it wasn't enough to carry him above Griffin. Then Tuso and Pilgrim battling it out hard the entire time. Sigvald got some nice points there. Pretty good work from his Shadow Sorcerer as well. Some nice points down here on the Dragon Ogres and the Shaggoth. Look at Griffin's units. Kolek really coming in well. Oh my gosh, that Sorcerer did fantastic as well. Very nice performance from the Summoners of Rage. Pretty not bad here out of the Chosen as well. And then very good out of this Chosen. Let's see, Tuso here. Archaon doing not as much as he can, but not bad. Pretty good work here out of the Shadow Sorcerer. And the Hell Cannon, got close to paying for itself there. Nice work with the Chariot. Good work with the Dragon Ogres. Pilgrim here, Sartorial, doing pretty good, honestly. I mean, he was in some fights that he really didn't belong on, so I thought, all things considered, Sartorial did pretty good. 0 value for that poor spawn. Didn't get anything. Wow, they got wrecked. Forsaken, but a nice Zinchi army from Pilgrim there, so definitely appreciate the theme. Thank you all for playing that one. Hang tight here for just a second. I don't have long left. I'm going to be on here for maybe another 15 or 20 minutes, but I'm going to go turn on the Halo campaign real quick. Just play around, show you all a little bit why I like it, because we don't have time to do a whole nother battle, because I'll go way over time. Pilgrim says his meme army got slapped. Hey, you know what? But you brought the meme army, okay? And sometimes it's the thought that counts. Sometimes it's the thought that counts, folks. I would have meme armied too, Pilgrim, if it makes you feel any better. Yeah, let's load this up. I tell you what, man. The Halo campaign does not load quickly. It makes me feel like I'm back on a console, even though I have a Gen 4 solid-state drive and a really nice processor. Like, it takes forever to load the campaign. So I don't know if it's something like the way the game engine works. But what's interesting is the Halo is actually fairly CPU intensive on the PC, and it gets good performance for me. I run it on like the high preset with async compute turned on. I get really good performance out of the game, but it's surprisingly more demanding than I thought it would be. But to be fair, it's a beautiful looking game. Like, it definitely looks next gen compared to any of the Halos they've made before. Like, it looks way better. don't know, maybe they'll add it sometime, Regina. Wish we could have the Halo 3 or 4 skin for the assault rifle in Infinite. They could technically add it into multiplayer. Now, of course, they'd probably charge you $20 for it like they do everything else in the store. But you never know. Scootmeister says it's probably to do with it being an open world game. I wondered that same thing too. Like, it has to load so many assets, the size of it, that maybe that's why the load time takes a while. I mean, that would definitely partly explain it as well. I love the music in this game, and the sound design in this game in general is really good. Like, all the goofy voice lines from the grunts, elites, jackals, brutes, they sound great. The guns sound good. I mean, the sound design in this game is really quite brilliant. Regina says between the load time and the monk chant, it does feel like Halo 3. Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad they brought back the monk chanting music too. It's definitely Halo. Like, no doubt about it. I gotta remind myself what I'm up to here. Out on this little island here. I'm gonna head over to this bridge. See if I can get across the bridge. A whole bunch of forward operating bases that I need to capture over there. It looks like I've picked up most of the collectibles and stuff over here, so stick a waypoint over here, head for this bridge. Yeah, the music in this game is really, really good. I like it. Like I said, sound design in general is a big plus for me. Hopefully we can find a vehicle here somewhere, because bit of a run. This is Skyrim Halo Edition, yes, Pilgrim. Have a good night, Nikki. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna grab a battle rifle. I like the commando pretty good, but I've got the shotgun and the rifle. Is there a vehicle around? There is. Some scanning. Oh yeah, there's a warthog over there. No Marines to join me, but we'll snag this warthog, head to our waypoint. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that was not my best driving. Alright, so the bridge is not extended. Bridge can what? Hang on, it wants me to go over here. Oh, I'm supposed to go over here. My bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh gosh, nice driving here. Nice driving. The Warthog is like so bouncy, and so is the Mongoose. I hope they patch it to where it's like a little less bouncy. It's extremely bouncy. If I do come up on a cutscene, I'm gonna skip them. I don't want to ruin the story for anybody who is waiting to do it for themselves. I drive like Pilgrim, no doubt. In fact, this is just the wrong way in general. Alright, come on. This is not where I wanted to go. I don't think we can even fit through here. Okay, whatever, I ruined it. I don't feel like turning around now either. Where am I going? Oh, to the Pelican. Alright, I'm gonna skip any cutscenes. I don't want you all to get anything spoiled, so no spoilers.
Wow,
Right.
Look at the spire. It's so new, evolved, different.
Like,
I like
combat
this one.
evolved?
And you're sure
It's pretty.
this is the one?
I see how pretty the
Exactly like
game
the
looks. I
command
mean,
spire. Coordinating the
I didn't have the
repair
graphics set to ultra either.
Can you
Like,
shut it down?
Hopefully.
just looks
we
really
just need
good.
To look for a door.
I think that the terrain, like, needs a little more variation. Like, they need to add, like, when they add more stuff to the campaign eventually, They should add like some desert and snow and, you know, like deep jungle, stuff like that. But I mean, it's a great start, I think, and it looks pretty. The battle rifle is straight up bonkers in campaign. Like, it is really good. And the commando is pretty solid too. Like, I don't much like the commando in multiplayer. I sure as heck like it in single player. Get the drop wall up here. Ooh, thank you, drop wall. Grunt took some buckshot there. Oh, you got wrecked. Caught that with his face. Is there another blast coil here? Grunt on my flank. Yeah, let me show you the Falcon Punch. Y'all ready for this? Falcon Punch! There we go. You get the Falcon Punch. So, you gotta love that.
Look for a way in.
Oh, trying to get inside. I don't want to go inside. Just want to play this part. Am I stuck, though? I probably have to beat this in order to get the bridge to extend. Let me go explore. I'm gonna skip again. Okay, now the bridge is gonna deploy. There we go.
Part of a ring-wide communications network. They can adapt to
Yeah, the
any
Falcon
frequency,
Punch is
any
extremely
purpose.
gratifying.
It's quite incredible, really. Get me inside,
bridge
and I
is
should be able
down.
to use the pulse to reconstruct a pure version of the sequence.
Should.
I'm
Ooh, a
making this up
Banshee?
as I go along.
Hey, Banshee,
You see that, Chief?
come get me.
What are they?
Come on,
Banshees.
come on. That's right. Come get Chief. That's right. Get over here, you greedy jerk. Sucker. Alright, there we go. Grapple jacked us a Banshee. What? He can do Banshee tricks? How do you do Banshee tricks? I've never got my Banshee to do any of those tricks. Is it not spacebar? Shift is the boost. What is the Banshee tricks? Anybody know the Banshee tricks, like the default key bindings? This guy is all over it. Alright, he's out. There we go. Alright, so now we got the Banshee. Get across the bridge. The Banshee's pretty weak, though. It needs to be buffed if it's going to be any good. Like, it's really weak. E, you liar, Pilgrim. But your lie worked.
I'm sorry about back there. I didn't want to roll, but I couldn't stay.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
I'm just ramming people because the Banshee's weapons are so weak.
On the Infinity. Hiding. Trying to keep out of their way.
What did you do? What was your purpose?
Purpose.
Job.
I worked in engineering.
What the heck? I'm
Civilian
like stuck.
contractor. Well, volunteer. I just wanted to help. I
Alright.
couldn't even do that.
It's over now.
Once I heard Chief was down, I knew we'd lost. I had to.
Alright.
I had to.
Let's get down to business.
I found this Pelican and just went. I'm sorry. I never looked back. And then I was on my own.
Not anymore.
You don't know how good that feels.
Oh man. There we go. Grapple jacked. X and Y. Alright, let's see if we can finish clearing this place out now that we got a Got a chopper here. Get to the chopper. Ooh. Dadgummit. Get a face full. Alright. I think we took care of the enemies here for the most part. Where am I going? Oh, so I can go to any of the different spires. Let's go capture this forward operating base here. Go to FOB Lima. Where's it? Why didn't it mark? But I marked it on the TAC map. There we go. Let's go clear us out a forward operating base here. I'm thinking Xbox controller. Oh, on the Xbox controller, yeah. I could play on controller. I've got one, but I've gotten, because of the Master Chief Collection, I've gotten to where I really like mouse and keyboard. Though I do think the controller is a little bit easier to aim in like close quarters because of the aim assist that you get with the controller that you don't get with. Holy crap! Just a grenade at me. Got an elite up there. I'm trying to get something to grapple onto here. I was gonna try and grapple and fly at him, but pop one of these. Stun grenade is pretty nice. Oh, wait, no, he's invisible right now. Let's get the threat sensor out. There he is. You can track cloaked targets with the threat sensor. It's one of the, you have 4 pieces of equipment. You got a grapple shot, threat sensor, drop wall, and the thruster pack. So the threat sensor is great when the elites turn on their camo.
Hostiles detected. Hit that.
All right.
Fob Lima is ours.
We cleared out the fire base.
Decryption complete. Another fob is back.
That's just an example of like one of the side missions you do, clearing out fire bases. There's a Spartan armory over there, which gives you some custom unlocks and stuff.
The technological superiority of the Forerunners. I know you're used to vistas like this one.
And I want the Hornet or the Wasp. I don't have access to it yet, though.
Got your gun goose and heading your way.
Snag me the skewer. Grab some weapons while we're here. I've never been to Uruguay. No, I have not, Fuzzy. You know what? Let's grab a sniper rifle while we're at it, too. Why not? Let's just go to town. Yeah, actually, we'll keep the gun goose here. What was that guy carrying? Not a good gun. Let's get him a good gun. I'm gonna get him this arcane sentinel beam. Here.
Oh yeah? Why not?
Alright, hop on, lady. We're going for a ride.
Buckle up.
Alright. Where do we want to go to? Let's just drive over here and towards the lake, see if we can find some willing customers. Okay. The arcane sentinel beam is pretty OP.
Love seeing you Spartans work.
There we go. The gun goose is pretty decent though for being so little. Small but mighty. I guess the lake was the other way, my bad. Look at my map here. Never mind, we can make it from this direction too. Psych! Air drives in Halo like GTA. Hey, if you're not driving it like you stole it, then you're not driving it right. Ooh, get wrecked.
Nice work, he's down. Tango's moving up.
Watch out, we got a pretty tanky elite over here. And he's, oh gosh.
Elite pack me.
Oh gosh. Alright. Lost our goose. What? Waste my ammo. Anybody else? Man, there's no other vehicles here either. Be lame. Alright. Head up this way. Hang on, was this the road? Like, I thought I was on the road. Oh no, it's over here. Grapple shot is pretty great. Grief, man. My sniper shots. Alright, found a vehicle. Grand Theft Halo. Years of Halo Theft Auto. There we go. Alright, I'm just about done. I'm almost out of time, but I want to go wreck a few more enemies just for fun real quick. It's hard for me to get enough of this game right now. Got a little splatter action here. Be complaining about more than your armor there, broski. Alright. Made it to the lake. Ooh! Got tagged with a sticky right there. Air, you make it difficult to keep my comedic timing? Well, I'm sorry, Fuzzy, but thanks for supporting. Thanks for being here tonight. We're actually almost done for the night, but thank you for dropping by and supporting. Alright, where's our... there's the operating base right over there. Let's go take it. Alright, we're gonna, like...
That fob belongs to the Banished. It should belong to us.
Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Smoke these guys. Reload. Take him out. Smoke that brute. Oh, just short. What? Okay. Don't really know what's going on there. That's mo like it. Gotcha. Grab a new gun.
I got dibs on your eyes. Too much. Humans are for killing.
Humans are for killing.
You did it, Chief. Fob November's ready for capture.
All right, there we go. Fun little bit of Halo. But yeah, game I'm very much enjoying. Thank you for joining the stream tonight. I do need to hop off for now. Had a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody who joined for the Total War battles earlier and then sticking around all the way to the end here. I will be streaming again next week on Tuesday and Thursday at the same time, so keep an eye out. I'll get those scheduled early next week, maybe over the weekend, so that you all can plan ahead. And I will see you then. Anyway, Master Chief of Carthage signing out for now. See you all next time.